what we're ideally looking for is an angle of attack which is slightly down on the ball. We need to try and get an L-shaped look. That right wrist bends back and the palm points away from you. Good ball striking only generally happens if at point of impact you have more weight on the left leg than what you do on the right leg. Striking your irons inconsistently, this video is going to be absolutely perfect for you. We're going to cover a simple 5-step quick guide on what you need to do in order to strike your irons consistently, strike your irons really well. So let's not mess around, let's get straight into it. So number one, at setup, there's two things that I think we really need to focus on. Number one is your posture. So when we set up, ideally we are looking for the armpits, knees and the shoelaces to all line up. A really simple way would be to place your hands on your back, bend forward from your waist, add a little bit of knee flex, and then let your arms hang. Good posture is absolutely crucial. If you're going to strike the ball well, a good posture is going to make this so much easier. The other thing in setup we want to make sure we do is have an appropriate ball position. So with a mid iron, 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge, that's going to go, the ball is going to go between your zip and slightly left of your zip. So your zip or your buttons, it's going to go in this sort of mid section here. Longer irons, 4, 5, 6, they probably go closer to the badge or any sort of logo on your shirt. And then for longer clubs, hybrids, woods, left side, driver, inside the heel, or on the left shoulder. If the ball's too far forward, that could encourage the club to reach its low point too soon, and then the club head to start swinging up. So that's why ball position is crucial. Obviously for irons, what we're ideally looking for is an angle of attack which is slightly down on the ball. So the club head travels down, the ball starts to spin, the club head still travels down for a little while. That's where you would take your divots, and then it starts to rise. So we're coming down anywhere between sort of 1 and 4 degrees down on a 7 iron. So that's number one, a good posture, a good ball position. And that can definitely lead to some good ball striking. So that moves us on to number two. We need to make sure that we hinge the club correctly. And what do I mean by that? We need to try and get an L-shaped look. We need to get almost this sort of 90-degree look from this angle. And that is going to be through the wrists hinging as the body turns. The right wrist is crucial, so if you're a right-handed golfer, that right wrist bends back and the palm points away from you. From this angle here, if we do that same movement, it won't look like an L shape, but it'll be more of a 45-degree angle. So that's really going to help us create a second lever. So 1 lever, 2 levers, which is going to help us create speed, power, a downward blow on the golf ball, which is required for irons. And that's really going to help you get consistent contact, plenty of height, and obviously more distance also. So getting an L shape is crucial. A really simple drill that you can do is start to do a wall drill. So when you're beside a wall, if you took your club back low and round and didn't hinge the wrists, you would hit the wall. If you swing back and you hinge the wrists and you get that 45-degree angle, you don't hit the wall until above shoulder height. So that covers number two. We need some wrist hinge. We need those wrists. We need that second lever. That's going to encourage good ball striking. Hinge those wrists. And we can definitely start to get some nice contacts. Which leads us on to number three. Good ball striking only generally happens if at point of impact you have more weight on the left leg than what you do on the right leg. For a couple of reasons. What we need to do, and all the best players in the world generally move with the lower body about 2 to 3 inches left of where they started. So you'll see a lot of sort of knee drive, you'll see some weight shift. That also gets the left shoulder back to its original position, or slightly to the left, which again is crucial. This left shoulder dictates where the bottom of the swing is. So if we don't shift the weight and the left shoulder moves down and back, you are going to get to your low point before the golf ball. So you're going to hit fats, fins, add loft to your golf club. So that's where that needs to get. It needs to get back to where it started. It can't be moving backwards, or you're going to have some ball striking issues. So one of my favourite drills for you to do, if you're going to get a good weight transfer, is to do the step and hit drill. So start normal, step back, swing back, and as you get about 3/4 of the way back, stepping out and hitting the shot. So from this angle, normal setup, step back, swing back, and then early step out. And it's really normal for this to feel strange at first, so definitely try this 10, 15, 20 times until you get used to that feeling of shifting the weight so early. This is what all the best ball strikers in the world do, so it's definitely something that you should copy. So again, from this angle, normal setup, step back, swing back, and step out. Number 4 is release. So a lot of poor ball strikers, we've got this chip stick here, which I'll add the link down below, and this is just a good visual. So poor ball strikers would scoop and release the club early, so the left arm and club becomes a straight line really soon. The stick hits the left side really early. The best ball strikers in the world have plenty of angle at this point, so pre-impact, the stick still points down the target line. Poor ball strikers would scoop this way. So something like this, you can use an alignment stick, hold that angle. You want to release it later, not releasing it early. A good drill is just to have half swings and really exaggerate that holding of the angle as you rotate your body. So this, rather than this movement. So half swing, hold the angle, turn the body, and hit that ball with some forward shaft lean. Half swing, really exaggerate that feel. And then once you've got that feel down of holding this angle, releasing that golf club later, rather than this scoop or the flick, you can then add that into your full swing. So you might start at 50-60% speed, where you try and hold that angle, and then slowly but surely start to speed that up. At point of impact, we want more weight in the left leg. We're looking for some forward shaft lean. If we're holding that angle, there is going to be some twisting of the wrists. If we just hold that angle on its own, we could leave that face open. So it's hold and twist. And we can really start to hit some nice iron shots. And number 5, I'm going to give you 3 drills that you can do either on the range or on the golf course or on your practice area that are really simple. So drill number 1, grab your golf towel, and we're going to place that towel 2 foot widths behind the golf ball. So the aim of the drill is to not release the club early, because that would make you hit the towel. If you stayed on your back foot, you would hit the towel. You need to shift forward and retain the angle to miss the towel, get that downward blow in the golf ball, and get that ball ground contact time and time again. So just by doing this drill, you should start to shift the weight forward, you should start to hold your angles better, you should start to hinge your wrists better. Lots of good things can come from this drill, whilst keeping things really nice and simple. Good thing about this, you can take it anywhere. You can do it on the driving range, you can do it on the golf course, you can do it anywhere you like, and it's a really good drill to help your ball striking. Number 2, similar idea. This is a yoga wedge that I bought on Amazon. It's a miniature one. So doesn't cost much at all, few dollars, few pounds, but I love the visual of how your club should be coming into the ball. So again, similar idea. You can stick this in your golf bag, which is great. 2 foot widths behind the ball, place that wedge down, and again, the club head should be coming down at a similar angle to that wedge. And then last but not least, use a little broken tee. So on the golf course, next time you're at a par 3, grab some of these, and what we're going to do is place that tee right into the ground. So if we're going this way, target's this way, golf ball down, The tee is going to stick out the ground just a small amount, about 2 inches in front of the golf ball. The aim of the game here is to try and strike the ball first and hit the tee out of the ground. That will give you a nice visual of what we want to happen when we hit our shots. So we can see there, we've got the golf ball here, the tee in front, that is the focal point. We're trying to strike that out of the ground. Excellent drill you can do on the range, you can do it on the golf course, preferably golf course. I think this is an easy one to transfer to the course. And if the tee comes out, and you've hit the ball first, you should start to get a small divot after the ball. Once again, thanks for watching, enjoy that better ball striking, and see you next time on the channel.